Hi there folks, well I've got a riddle for you. What does the astronaut know which the caterpillar asked Alice? I'll get on to that shortly, but first a big shout out to all of you who've joined us on the DGT Facebook page. Thank you guys for liking. We've also got the folk who are joining us on the Beyond Thinking Toolbox community page. Regrettably, it's only for the folk who've been on Beyond Thinking. But folks, if you've joined us on the course and you haven't joined us on the Toolbox community page, please do so. There's over 60 tutorials, all the Toolbox info, plus a whole lot of other information to support you with all the exercises we work with in class. We've also got the free stuff on our website. Go and check it out, www.dgt.co.za. The free magnetism course. There's also a free communication stuff communication course, and yes, of course, our YouTube site. So please go subscribe. So yeah, folks, back to this riddle. What does the astronaut know which the caterpillar asked Alice? Now, I don't know if you've seen Alice in Wonderland, the animated version, I should say. So here's a quick excerpt from it.
Who are you?
I hardly know, sir.
So yes, a very powerful question. Who are you? And I find that is quite an ironic question from the caterpillar to Alice, because as we all know, caterpillars, they change into butterflies, and this is such a symbolic, it's such a symbol in terms of transformation. We always talk about becoming the butterfly, and I think most humans would love to just, be like the caterpillar, eat, consume, go to sleep and wake up and you're a butterfly. But that's not really the case, because what really happens within the caterpillar, it's an incredible bit of science, is that there are these imaginal cells. They are dormant within the caterpillar, and they just hang around. They're not doing anything at this point while the caterpillar is consuming. And in fact, the caterpillar's immune system sees them as threats, even though they're not doing anything, and tries to get rid of them, but they hang out and they stay there. And what happens is, when the caterpillar is ready, once it reaches that stage where it goes into the chrysalis stage, into its cocoon, it becomes a soupy organic mush, this gloop. And within this gloop, what happens is these imaginal cells begin to activate. You can imagine in this chaos where there's nothing, that they start to activate. And what they do is they cluster with each other. They start to become one. And through this restructuring, they become the butterfly, and this butterfly emerges from the cocoon. And this is the symbol of transformation, because what has happened? The caterpillar in its form only sees what's in front of it. It only has a very limited perspective, but the butterfly with its wings rises above and starts to see a bigger picture. And this, I feel, is one of the really key aspects of transformation. It's coming out of the cocoon with a different perspective of things. Now, for some of us, we may know what it's like to go through this gloopy stage. There's a term for it in extreme cases. It's the dark night of the soul. And when we're in this stage, what can happen is we lose identity. We actually ask ourselves, who am I? Because what can happen in this process is it's normally due to an external force that can affect us, where we go through a loss of a loved one, could be the loss through a divorce, through something that we hold dearly in our lives that gives us a sense of identity. So for example, when I went through my divorce, it was a case of losing that identity as a husband, losing that identity as a father in a close family, because all of a sudden I was a single father. And you may have felt it from the other side as a single mom. All of a sudden you're a single mom and you're asking yourself, but who am I? And in terms of money, people go through financial loss. And so often we attach our identity, our validity to money. How much money do we have? Do I look good enough for society? And when we go into this loss, and there can be many more, folks, you've had your own experiences, I'm sure, and you can relate to what I'm talking about. But in this gloopy stage, we really don't know who we are, and we feel lost. And I feel this is where, if we allow the process to continue, and there's a lot more behind this, what happens is we become transformed. We take on new meanings in life. We realize we cannot rely anymore on what we thought we were, and we actually become a new person through this process. We die to ourselves, if that's the right way of putting it. And through this transformation, we come out the other side, and we have these wings, and these wings, I feel, are the symbol of letting go of what we were attached to, and we have a new meaning that is more internalized, more within us. It's something that cannot be touched as much as or taken away from us, because it is within us. And I feel this is the power of transformation. This is the power of becoming something new. Now, in terms of perspective, well, when you come through it, and it's all part of the new meaning of life, because you have a new perspective, you've got a different meaning. You see the bigger picture. You see the interconnectedness of things. And I will talk about this in the next vlog because there's so much to talk about. I don't want to take your time. So please stay tuned for part 2. And when you see it, get onto it and we'll connect some more dots for you.